Hi there, I'm Cheryl, and today I'm going to share how I made this Father's Day card. It has a little oriental type feel to it, except I'm going to orient it this way for my demo card. When I made my sample card, I used this Father's Day stamp, but there's a more Asian type looking stamp, but it's, let's see, where is it? Here it is. See, it's a long stamp, and it wouldn't fit here on the card. And I really want to use this stamp. So we're going to change the orientation. We're going to make it go this way. But everything else will be the same. So you could make it either way you like. And I used this Father's Day stamp set. And this is from MSE, which is My Sentiments Exactly. I found that on Amazon. I'm using the Artistically Asian stamp set from Stampin Up. And for the Dragonfly Dreams, I had gotten the bundle. And this is such a lovely set. I recommend the bundle highly. And I'm going to be using the smaller Dragonfly. And it's got the detailed die. And then also the outline die. We'll be using that one. We're going to need a pencil and a ruler. And I like this little art gum eraser that I have, but any eraser that won't tear up your cardstock will do. From Artistically Asian, we're going to be using this nice bamboo stamp. And I have some sponge daubers. And I have Mint Macaron. Mint Macaron. I always want to say macaroon. Cardstock. So we'll be using some of that. And I have the Whisper White. That's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored and folded at 4 1/4. I have another piece here. We'll need a piece that's 3.5 by 3 to cut out our Dragonfly. And then for our matting on the card, I have a piece of Whisper White here that's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and then a piece of basic black that is that's 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have another piece of basic black here. You don't need a big piece like this. You just need a small, like a 3.5 by 3-inch one to cut out the the Dragonfly back outline. So I'm using this stamp, or this punch. This is the tailored tag punch from Stampin' Up. That's a fairly new item. And we're using Memento Tuxedo black ink. We're using Mint Macaron, which this was a color that was retired, but they're bringing it back. So I'm happy about that. I like that color a lot. Tempting Turquoise and Perfect Plum. So let's get started on this card. So I need my piece of Whisper White here for the matting. And I'm going to need my Mint Macaron. And I need this little bit here for the Dragonfly. So let's start with this one. So I used Mint Macaron and Tempting Turquoise to do the background shading. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to grab a couple of my makeup sponges because I like those so much better for a big background. Let me see. There we go. I've got 2 clean ones just sitting right here. So I pick up some of that Mint Macaron, and you want to tap that off. Either if you have a silicone mat or just a piece of plastic would work too. But we want to work that into the sponge and start out. You just want a nice hazy color there. I'm just making it kind of like in a line because our punched out pieces are going to go here. I think I'll bring it over a little closer up here so it shows a little bit on the other side of our punched out pieces too. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the Tempting Turquoise. And that you definitely want to tap it out on something because this is a really bright color. So you don't want that like full strength on there. We just want to add a little bit of something else here. And I'm blending them together where they meet. These two colors work nice together. They play well. They play well together. Okay, so that's it for this one. Oh no, look at this. I had a bit of that Tempting Turquoise on my... You know what? I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to start over again. That's why they make two sides to papers, I guess. I always get ink all over me. I don't know how that happens. So real quick. Okay, there's the Mint Macaron down again. And we'll switch off for the Tempting Turquoise. You notice I'm blotting it out in the same place because it really doesn't matter since we're going to blend them together a little bit anyway. Okay, there we go. And maybe a little bit more. Have a little darker spots there. Okay. So there we go. Now it's done. And I managed not to smudge it up with any ink from on my fingers. And now we'll go on to the Dragonfly. And what I did, I took my pencil, put my Dragonfly down on my paper here, and just traced around my Dragonfly here, just loosely, so I have an idea where my ink needs to be. So I'll just use since I already have this sponge dauber all messy, this sponge all messy, I'll start out with that. And just down the body of the Dragonfly, and then out onto the wings a bit. And then I'll switch to my Sweet Sugar Plum. And come in. And you can blend these together too. They play nicely together. And I think I want a little bit of that on the tail too. And you know, I'm going back to my tempting turquoise. I'm going to pull that out into the sweet sugar, or the did I say it's perfect plum? I think I said sweet sugar plum. It's not. It's perfect plum. Okay, so this will be ready now to we can die cut our detailed die from that. So I'll put this with this. Grab my piece of black here that I will cut an outline from. And I'll put those aside for the moment, and we'll move on to our pieces of mint macaron here. I'm going to use my punch, and I need to punch 4 of these. So there's 1. 2, 3, and 4. So we've got our 4 pieces there. And I'm going to take my tempting turquoise again here. I'm going to lay these little pieces out, and I'll use my piece of bamboo. And let's see, we're going to orient it this way this time. So I'm going to lay my pieces out like this. We're going to kind of do so that it continues onto the other stamps, but we're not going to get real crazy about it. So there's that one, that one, that one, and over here, and that looks good. And I'll grab my sponge dauber and my mint macaron, and I'm going to edge. I'm going to do a nice little sponging along the edge here on all of these pieces, which I'm sure is just endlessly exciting to watch. So I'm going to stop my video now. I'm going to finish edging these other 3 pieces. I'm going to cut out my dragonflies, and I'll be back and we'll start assembling this card. So, break time. Okay, I'm back, and I've got all of my little pieces cut out and my edges sponged. And I did one more thing while I was away, and that's on this piece of the paper that we've shaded, that's going to be matted on the front. I made a line in pencil, and this is, we want it halfway from either side of the long sides, and it's marked at 2 7/16 of an inch. And I just drew a light line there, and that's going to help us to line up our center tag that we punched out. So let's put those down first. So that's what you need the pencil and the ruler for. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue, because that gives me some wiggle room. I don't need to cap it. And I'm going to put that down with the point just maybe about 1/4 inch from the top. And the 2 points here are going to go on those lines. And that way we're assured that this is in the center and it's straight. Okay? So now we can start putting our other pieces down. Now on these edge pieces, only put glue on well, on this one it would be the right hand side, And then on this one, it'll be on the left-hand side. These are going to get trimmed off, so we need scissors too. I didn't say that before, but we're gonna need some scissors unless you have another way you like to trim pieces off. And then this one can get I'm gonna line that up right here. Put that right there. And I left just a little bit of a gap in between them. Okay. So now I'm going to take I'll take my eraser and just erase those lines that are showing. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So I'm going to grab my scissors and just trim these off. I find it easier to trim from the back. And you have the nice straight line from the paper to guide you. Okay, and now we'll stamp our where did it go? Here it is. Our Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I'm going to put that right down here. And have I used it? Oh, I have used it before. I can see because it's stained. Let me cap that. And I'll ink that up with the Memento black ink. Okay, that looks like it's inked up well. And we'll just put that right there, straight down. 1, 2, 3, and straight up. Oh, I got a lovely impression. That's really nice. Okay, so now we'll put this on the black bit here. And that'll be our matting for the front of the card. I use black a lot for this type of thing. It just seems to set off so many different color variations. And then it ties in with the black ink. And if you'd like to, you could emboss this. I'm not going to. And then we can attach this to the front of the card. But first I'm going to stamp my inside sentiment. Because if I mess it up, I don't want everything all glued down already. And I just might. Okay. I want that sort of towards the top. 1, 2, 3, and up, and there it is. And it looks lovely. Thank goodness. So now we can put this on the front. Close up my Memento so I don't get that on anything. And of course, anywhere along the line here, you can pop things up. You could pop up this bit if you want. You could pop up these little tag tiles. They kind of look like tiles to me. And that would be nice too. So I've been trying to keep my cards a little more on the simple side because I don't know, I've just been doing that. I think I'll put my Dragonfly like right there on this card. I've been doing some pretty extravagant cards lately. And I'm just putting the glue on the body of the Dragonfly. I'm going to put that down right there. That's our little black one. We want the wings loose and the tail loose, and then I'm going to put this right on top of that. And then it'll look like a little bit like a shadow for our Dragonfly. on the card. So there we go. There's that done. And our card is finished. But you know what? I think fathers like to have a little glitter on their card too. Let me see what I've got over here. Oh my. Let's see. I'll grab out my... I have a whole box full of jewels and things. Let's see what I have in here. I have all kinds of stuff in here. And I think I have... Oh, yes, I do. I have some multicolored jewels here. We'll give our dragonfly some eyes. Let's see, what color should we make them? Blue? Purple? Purple, I think. We'll give them 2 little purple eyes. I see 2 of them, right? Kind of a lavenderish color right there. I need to cut them apart. And I'll need my paper piercing tool. Oh. Let me pick that up off my little piece of plastic. Oh, look there. Yeah, fathers like a little glitter too, don't they? And there's my other little tiny eye. This is my New Year's resolution, is to use up some of the things that I have, and I had these. So let's use them. Okay, so there we go. The dragonfly has nice little rhinestone eyes on him now. So I hope you've liked the video. If you have, then be sure to hit the like button down below. If there are any Stampin' Up! Products that you'd like to purchase, you can do that either through my blog or my Facebook page. And as always, I'll have a list of the tools and materials I use down below. And y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.